Sometimes you have to make the time to volunteer, or sometimes it's actually worth making that time because there's something, I'm thinking personally what you personal gain out of this. For example, if you've been in a job for a long time and you're coming up to retirement age and you're not sure what you want to do, it's a real good, safe way to try various things to see, to surprise yourself. You know, you may find things that perhaps you wouldn't have ever thought that you'd be volunteering and supporting and working in a particular area.
My dad was profoundly deaf. He was totally deaf in one ear and only had 50% hearing in the other. And it completely cut him off from community, and he couldn't partake in things at all because he didn't know how to use his aid, he didn't know to take it to the best advantage, and there wasn't a setup like this clinic is now at that time. And so I met a very dear lady called Kathleen Handover, and her daughter Jane Milligan had actually been the audiologist at the Royal United Hospital. And she realised that once setting people up with the hearing aids, there didn't appear to be any follow-up service for them. And often they would go away with lots of information about the new hearing aids, but they actually got very nervous about using them and didn't quite know how to maintain them, even though they may have been told how to do it. They'd forgotten with all the information. And so Jane set up a hearing aid clinic for the repairs. And in fact, the wonderful thing about it, it's not just us here now in Midsummer Norton, we've spread throughout the Somer Valley and the local towns, and the clinics are going around all around the Bath and North East District, which is wonderful.
Can you tell me where you got this? Was it from the Royal United? Or? Yes. Yes.
I joined this outfit because I felt with 30 years experience of these wretched things, you know, I might be able to help other people who are, at least initially, having problems, because although they're tremendous help, there are drawbacks with them which have to be overcome.
I don't think this firm are being used anymore.
Now they were all onto digital hearing aids. They're all very similar, but it's rather like having a large car franchise with 10 different makes of car. You don't always have the spares for everything. And some of the hearing aids are redundant or you know, obsolete. And then it's very upsetting for people when they say, no, I haven't got one of those.
New man.
Oh, of course. How much do I owe you? Don't we pay for anything at all?
You can put a donation in if you like.
I find when people come here, they're not always aware of their declining problems in their hearing. And often when you actually repair a hearing aid for them, they don't actually understand how problematic it was before, and it's like a revelation to them when they actually hear something, and it's simply because it needs updating or it needs new tubing or they haven't maintained it in the way that they should, and it really opens up their life when it's been maintained well.
I've got fed up with saying pardon to people, especially in the group, but it's so different. I've yet got to get used to it. Conversation is a great gift, isn't it? The gift of conversation and hearing people as well. But it's just amazing the difference it's made this morning in 10 minutes.
I do 3 of these repair clinics every month in St Martin's, and this one in Midsummer Norton, and one in Keynsham, and then a number of home visits, mostly for older people who've just acquired their hearing aid, and they need a little more time than the audiologist can give them to talk about it and how it's working.
Well, I think they're blooming marvellous. I mean, not many people do anything for nothing these days. I've had a hearing aid since 1999, I think it was, the first one. A couple of years ago, they changed it and gave me 2 digital ones. And I'm having a bit of trouble at the moment. I've had to buy a pair of headphones to watch the television. They're a bit better. I've just had them retubed with these nice people here, and yes, quite happy at the minute.
The thing is, I say, if you want to volunteer, just come along and see what we're doing and how rewarding it is. It really is. It gives you an extra plus in your life, really. It does.
Volunteer Centre, we're very fortunate. We've got volunteer advisors who are very experienced in their field, and they can spend time with you if you want to volunteer and not sure what you want to do. They can talk through all the opportunities and try and understand really what is your interest, what you're able to give, and actually trying to find that perfect volunteering opportunity for you.